Mom, what's up? Mom, what's up? Grab that.
Yes, sir.
Grab that.
Yes, sir.
Check, check, check. You can hear me now, Karash? Check.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Karash, matter of fact, let me see something. So,
I started it already now.
come. You want, what's up?
Sorry.
Come. All right. All right. Clap it up. All right, y'all get your questions ready in the room online. Get your questions ready. All right. Take the water out. This over there. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump right into it. Let me see. Give me Matthews 2:1. Here's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm gonna give an article to y'all so that I ain't gotta be the only one that reads it. You send y'all 2 articles. Well, I'm sending you 1 article. 2 seconds and I'm gonna send it out. Actually, it should be here, right? One second, I'm just about to send this article out so y'all know what to read. All right, y'all should. Goodbye, Mawasar. Y'all should have that article so y'all can read off of it. We're not only reading from there, of course, but I need y'all to have that for when I need it. All right, so we're gonna start in this article. As soon as y'all open it, somebody read me the title.
9 years after the execution of Troy Davis, innocent black men are still being sentenced to death.
Of course, innocent black men are still being sentenced to death because when you're a slave, nobody's gonna let you go for free. You understand? Nobody lets you go for free when you're a slave. You go to jail. Their goal isn't to actually reform you. You understand that? The goal isn't. They tell you that the goal is you commit murder, you're gonna need about 25 years to reform yourself. You understand? You commit theft, robbery, maybe you need about 2, maybe you need a couple of months or something like that. But all in all, in reality, the purpose is not to reform you as a black man. It's more so to put a muzzle on you. That's more so what it is. What it is, they see you as a problem in a society and they no longer have the power or they no longer have the legal right to lynch you. They can't just lynch you no more. They can't just sick the dogs on you. They can't just kill you in the streets. So, of course, they came up with a new method of execution. You understand? Lethal injection, or sometimes they just shock you to death. And if you believe that this is just prior to this class, you may have believed that this is just American law. They just, it's what they do when they feel like somebody has to, they're too much of a threat to society. They cannot live. All right. So we're going to show you how black men are disproportionately the ones who get executed, meaning white people commit more of the types of crimes that deserve execution. If you put them on the same scale, the same crimes, black people and white people, Black people get executed more. I believe it's like an 80-20 split. You understand? It's like an 80-20 split. Good.
That's what I was about to say before class started. When I was locked up in downstate prison, a lot of white boys in there for robberies and stuff.
Grab that mic. Grab the mic.
Come
You good up.
Yeah, a lot of white boys was in there for. Is it on?
Is that thing on?
Yeah, a lot of white boys in there for robberies and stuff, like stuff that they give us 5 years for. They giving them drug court for it. Like
Good.
that's what I'm like, damn, that's probably why a lot of them not in prison like that, because they getting drug court for all they charges they getting. Like,
right, because it's seen as what it's seen as is teenage rebellion. It depends on what phase you catch them. One is teenage rebellion. Then they could full on just rape somebody, and it's just boys being boys. You understand? Like there's an excuse for every age and every crime that a white person could commit. You understand? Those old white actresses in Hollywood paid to have all their children go to Yale and Howard. Like paid. What did they didn't pay for them to go there. They paid. They did some type of fraud with the testing. Good.
Yeah, a lot.
I think one of them, the one that y'all might know is Lori Loughlin.
Yes,
Loughlin.
The
Kind of like from what's that?
Yeah, that devil from Full House.
There you go.
Yeah, the devil from Full House.
That was playing every black and every black household.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, calm. I mean, yeah, that devil from Full House. That's what she did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She had got she did her.
Now, did
husband.
they pay? It's like, did they pay? I could look it up, but did they pay for the testing to be rigged, or how was it done?
Man, they paid for their children for the testing to be rigged,
so they can get into those
schools. Get an advantage, and so they could get into the school.
So their applications would.
So their applications.
Okay, there you go. So they paid for fraud. Basically, they paid for fraud to get done, and of course, there's cases. There was outrage, small outrage in the community because the small amount of cases that happens, and when I mean cases that happens in the ghetto, like if I'm talking about middle school tests, like we in New Jersey, so what is it called? The NJ task, I think.
Yeah.
NJ task, when they suspect like a middle schooler is cheating, like they will call the cops up there. They'll notify the Board of Education. I've been through it, I've seen it happen, and they'll have cops come up and they'll try to explain to you like what you're doing is a crime. Like you could go to jail for trying to pass a damn math test. You understand? Like you go to jail for trying to pass a damn math test. So of course they'll do that. They'll call the Board of Education, basically threaten you, and they'll let you know what you're doing is not acceptable. It stays on your permanent record, so every high school you want to go to sees it. Every college you want to go to sees it. That you are a cheater, right? Now, of course, these white people in Hollywood Hills paid for their kids to fraudulently go to Yale, Harvard, Brown. And of course, all they got, I need to bring up their charges, but they basically got parole. That's what they got.
2 months. 2 months in prison.
She got 2 months in prison, the Lori Loughlin one, right? And she got the prison of her choice. Where you get you get the prison of your choice. You understand? You go where you feel like going. Wherever you feel like serving your time, you go there. So you know what that means? When she go there, that's not prison. She go there, she about to have a stove. She finna have a microwave. She finna have a flash screen on the wall. She just can't leave that little room. You understand? But that little room is about to be like her damn bedroom in Hollywood Hills. You understand? So it's basically like she's on corona quarantine just for 2 months. That's basically what it's like. You understand? And of course, you wondering why these things happening. Because all these things happen disproportionately to black people. None of this is set up for you to win. You understand? So we're just gonna break some of that down today on a disproportion, how disproportionate it is. If you want the story, I don't know if you got your phone on, you can just put up the story. That way you can go along. It's the I'll send it to you right now. Actually, I'll send it to you. Send it to you. You can follow along. You can read if you want to. It's too wild. You too wild.
Too wild.
Oh, shit. There you go. You should have it. That's the story right there.
Too.
All right. Whoever got the microphone, Mawasar, read the title again.
I'm a concert. Let me see. Okay, 9 years. Salaki, sir, I'm going into it. Okay, Salaki.
And actually have a list too that I didn't send all of y'all because I'm not going to read off of it. But there's a list. I have a list of people who the United States government execute. Now, mind you, what we're reading before we even get into it, they have not been found not guilty after death, after execution, whatever you want to say, because in most cases the court refuses to revisit it. You understand? Like the court, and what you'll find out is these are all in the same area. What I mean is every case that I'm looking at right here is Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. You have one from Virginia. These are all deep southern states.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're like race. Of course, there are races up here, so they try to hide it. And they try to hide it in smiles. They try to hide it in smiles and democracy. But down there, they're openly racist. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They're openly racist, and these are the areas. When I mean executed, I'm talking about 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s, and as recently as the last brother was executed in 2019. You understand? And it goes all the way back to 1989. Just the list that I have. 1986, 1989. Kind of. Get up.
If I may, sir. I mean, I'd rather deal with the ones that's openly racist than deal with the ones that's not openly racist. Because at the end of the day, you know what to expect from them.
God, give me the title. Give me the title. One more time. 9 years.
Con, sir. 9 years after the execution of Troy Davis, innocent black men are still being sentenced to death.
Read the next line right there.
Con, sir. Racial bias still plays a role in the use of the death penalty, which is disproportionately,
like you give somebody a portion, disproportionately.
Con, sir.
You can skip it. Go ahead. Given to
black men.
Given to black men, meaning the death penalty is disproportionately given to black men, meaning if you have 100 black men and 100 white men who all committed the same crime under the same circumstances, if 40 white men get the death penalty, that means 80 black men are getting the death penalty. You understand? Now, of course, there's no reason for this other than what? Being racist. There's no reason other than he hates you. Just be honest with yourself, and you don't got to try to dig into each case, because I just told you all of them are going to be what? You have the same circumstances, you have the same crime. They just do not like you. You will never have the slave master willingly take his foot off of your neck. Never. They said they couldn't lynch you no more. He said no sweat. He introduced something called the death penalty, and you've been the one getting killed with it ever since. All right. Read the first paragraph.
September 21st, 2011, the state of Georgia ended Troy Anthony Davis' life with lethal injection. Davis was executed for the murder of a police officer, a crime he always maintained he did not commit.
He always maintained he didn't commit. I'm gonna skip you around just a little bit, so we ain't got to read this whole damn thing, because obviously I got scriptures I need to pull for you too. Now, not obviously, but the NAACP, the Innocence Project, the Amnesty International, the state of Georgia itself, the Innocence Project, Amnesty International, and I believe Democrats and Republicans. There were some Democrats and some Republicans who were against this, I believe. You understand? 7 out of the 9 witnesses took back their stories. Meaning they said it. They said it, and then they were not sure about what they said later. Meaning they said it, and they were never sure. You understand? They were never sure when they said it. They, of course, just said this because he was black. You understand? He's black. So, of course, now you see the black man, he's saying, well, we believe he murdered somebody. And then here they go, well, I do believe that I've seen such and such. And everything was fine. They're perfectly fine with him going to jail forever until they start saying, yeah, this man gonna get killed. And then the little bit of conscience that they may have had started to weigh on them, like, God damn, I'm about to get him killed. for something he did not do. So 7 out of 9 of them recanted their stories, meaning they had to go back to the cops and say, well, I have to be honest. I'm not sure if that's what happened.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's what happened. I told you that under distress, or I believe this what happened because of the news and blah, 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 blah. But I'm really not sure if that's what happened. All right. Read On the Morning.
Colonel Khan, sir. On the morning of his scheduled execution, David asked Wendy Galzin Brown of Amnesty International to share a message with the world.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something about this brother. I believe he was fighting this for 20 years before he got murdered. You understand? Fighting this for 20 years. So for 20 years of his life, he's just waiting to be killed. Like he's waiting to be killed for 20 years of his life in a cage, 3 square miles of garbage every damn day for a crime that he maintains he didn't commit. That 7 out of 9 witnesses are admitting they either lied or at the very least are unsure about what they told the cops. And then what you'll find out later is even the evidence was shaky. And he spent 20 years eating crap to be murdered. Cold showers, crap food, watching your back every damn day for 20 years. Thinking that it would all be for something in the end, you'll be able to get out, right? No. Read on.
Come on, sir. The struggle for justice doesn't end with me.
The struggle for justice doesn't end with him. Read on.
This struggle is for all the Troy Davises who came before me.
Now, give me Baruch 3 and 4. What he said is something so profound. As much as we love this brother, and as much as it is a tragedy, and it is horrible that they murdered this man, you also have to realize that so many Troy Davises has happened. So many. So many. And the most prominent one comes to mind is Emmett Till.
Yeah, calm.
Emmett Till, they said he whistled at that white. This wasn't YouTube. They said he whistled at that white damn dog. And he maintained that I never whistled at her. You might be wondering why I'm bringing up a story like the brother Troy Davis when he say he's maintained his innocence. Of course, white people want to say 2 of the 9 witnesses never recanted their stories, though. They did have some evidence, though. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. When you're hated as much as black people are, does it not seem like there's a reason for everybody to do everything to you? Everyone does anything they want to you, and then they always have a damn reason. It's always somehow your fault. When you're the most hated man, the most hated person walking around this goddamn country, and obviously everything is still your fault. Still, you're not even here by your own will, but everything is your damn fault. Everything. So you wonder why I'm bringing up Troy Davis when it says only 7 out of the 9 recanted their stories. They're not sure. They did have some evidence, but it was shaky, but it was still evidence. So why would I bring this up? Because Emmett Till maintained that he didn't whistle at that white bastard too. He mentioned, he said, I never did that. I never witnessed. I never did that. Mother said he didn't do it. Father said he didn't do it. Uncle said he didn't do it. Good.
Well, I forgot I watched one of your old videos. They put a little, I think he was like 10 years old, something.
Slacky
Junior. Pardon me.
Sammy, the youngest boy executed ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, youngest boy executed ever. And what they did to Emmett Till, much like what they did to Sammy Jr., they mortified him. Like what they did to Emmett Till is something you don't do to anyone.
It's crazy.
You understand? It's something you don't. That's not something that happens on like in war. You understand? That's not something that happens in war. They cut the brother's genitals off and stuffed it in his mouth and sewed it. Have you seen the picture? Have you seen the picture before they cleaned him up for the casket? His eyes are popping out of his head.
I don't know which one the bad one. The one he was in the casket, or because I know his mother left his casket open so everybody could see it. But I ain't never seen a picture before that. If the one in the casket is bad, then I don't even want to see the other one.
They tried to fix him. They tried. They tried to fix that brother up. Hold your peace for a second. They tried to fix that brother up. But there's nothing that can cover the crimes of your oppressor. There's nothing that covers that up. These stories continuously happen. You have Baruch 3 and 4. Who has it? Let me Baruch 3 and 4. I believe that's the one.
3 and 4.
3 and 4, 4 and 3. We'll find out and read.
So you say 4 and 3?
3 and 4 or 4 and 3. We'll find out after you read this.
I got 4 and 3, sir. Yeah, I can see.
Good. Good. No, it's 3 and 4.
3 and 4, okay. The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 4. O Lord Almighty, thy God of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites.
That's why he said there's so many brothers that this happened to before him. There's just so many that happened before him. And as unfortunate as it is that, and as much of a crime and as much hatred that it shows for him, and it shows for you, because that is your brother, as much hatred that shows, there's too many times that this has happened for you to just say, oh, that was hard, but that's crazy, that's bad, and then move on. You can't move on from stuff like that. You don't move on from that. You cannot move on from that. You understand? Trayvon Martin happened. We all remember that because of the circumstances surrounding what happened to him. We understand it was just so high profile. Cameras was just really becoming a thing. It was 2011. Cameras was just really becoming, on your phone, a thing. Okay, well, what about the brothers before that? They beat Rodney King to death, and it did not stop your uncle from becoming a police officer. You understand? They beat him to death. Like, it didn't matter. Before Rodney King, what they did to Emmett Till, what they did to Sammy Jr., it doesn't stop you from being a politician. It doesn't stop us from being police officers. It doesn't stop us from believing that who we vote for matters. It doesn't stop us believing that we have to come together amongst ourselves. You understand? Like, these are your brothers. These are your brothers. They're dead. You understand that? Your brothers are not the one. Hold your peace for a second. Hold your peace. Your brothers die because your oppressor has no regard for your life. He does not care. Give me Deuteronomy 28, young or old. Deuteronomy 28, young or old. He does not care for your life. This brother Troy Davis said, there's so many that happened before me, and there's many that's going to happen after me, because in the moment of his death, when he told that lady to report this, I don't know if that's a Hispanic sister or not, but the last name suggests it is. Brother, he realized what's happening to him isn't because the world just hates him. It's not that. The reason why 9 people ever came forward and told a lie about something they had no damn clue on what the hell happened is because, brother, they simply hate you. So if a murder happens in their neighborhood and they know you're there, you are the first suspect. It's you. And what you'll find out when we read down, after we read this verse right here, is he was, when they found him, when the police found him, right? That was it. There was no investigating. There was no investigating nobody else. They had no evidence yet. They had no evidence yet. There was no investigating nobody else. There's none of that. Good.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. Or I can have it. And it shall come to pass.
Actually, what I'm talking about is purpose pain. I'm talking about this brother as well, but I'm talking about what I'm going to get into after this scripture is purpose pain. With a brother, they had the sketchy evidence, all types of sketchy evidence, all types of garbage floating around about what happened. So much circumstantial, so much we don't know, but let's just say it happened. So much of all of this, so much of, we can't bring this, the judge saying we can't bring this back to the court, the Supreme Court. Let me tell y'all something, Mark. they treat the Supreme Court like the Supreme Court is everything. Like that thing, well, once if it goes to them, real justice will be passed down. Because obviously the smaller court that abides by the same goddamn laws couldn't get it right. So the Supreme Court is going to bring you to justice that their counterpart couldn't do. You understand? Their smaller counterpart couldn't do. Well, Trump just found out the Supreme Court don't work. When they just denied him, they just said, all right, we not looking at them votes. We ain't doing it. Just leave. Wait, White House. Leave. And what you're going to find out with this brother is they told him the same thing. You understand? They told him the same thing. Read what you got.
Come on, sir. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken diligently unto the voice.
Is this young and old? I said young and old. Deuteronomy 28, young and old, I said.
Salaki. Deuteronomy 28. Say that again, sir?
He said 28 and 50.
Okay. Come, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. Arkham have it. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor sue the favor to the young.
Your status, like if you're old, if you're young, means little to him. What else does it mean anything to him? It doesn't mean anything. Are you mentally disabled? Doesn't matter. Are you poor and the only reason you sell cigarettes is because you can't get a job? Doesn't matter. Nothing matters to him. You know what matters to him? Your skin color. Your skin color matters to him. The fact that you are an Israelite, the fact that you're a black man, that's what matters to him. That's all that he cares about. That's all he's ever going to care about. He's not going to care about your reasons for doing what you do. He's not going to care about how you were born dyslexic, which we're going to get into, like I said later. He's not going to care about that. He doesn't care about your ailments. He doesn't care about your problems that he caused. 90% of them he caused. He does not care. What he cares about is how dare a nigger be in the area when a crime is committed. That is a crime in itself to him. And the Supreme Court will uphold that. It will uphold that. Read. Go back to the story. Give me we're gonna drop down a bit. I want to get into Purvis pain. Good.
Is it the reason why when you watching a movie or even in the real world, when
Say it again.
When you watching a movie or in the hood, whatever, when a murder is committed or a crime is committed, a black man never stay around. They always run. Like
that's why they because brother, you know, so I'm watching this damn YouTube video like 2-3 days ago, and this brother is sitting in the car, staring at the cops. Right, the cops is at some house on the corner across the street. He's on the corner on the right hand side. They across the street on the left hand side. He said they was over there for about 30 minutes. Right, him and his man who was driving. The older brother's about 50, 55, 60. They sitting there smoking a cigarette, watching these cops just do whatever the hell they do over there. Like, man, what they into? Who did something over there? And out of nowhere, they skirt, pull up in front of them, hop out, identification. He's like, I ain't giving you nothing. Right? So he's doing all of that. And they said, well, because a Cricket wireless store got robbed down the street. Cricket wireless store got robbed, and what else he say? The Asian food store, the Chinese store got robbed down the street. They mixing their story up just a little bit, mixing it up. And he like, he talking to the black one that came. He said, well, that's not what he said. He said an Asian store. No, he said a Cricket store got robbed. He was like, a Cricket store did get robbed, but they hit 3 stores. He was like, well, he just told me a Cricket store got robbed. You said you came over here because the Chinese store got robbed. So what do y'all want my ID for? He said, brother, I'm just trying to get you. He said, brother, you know me. The brother owned a whole shop in the neighborhood or whatever. He's just a face in the neighborhood that's known. And he's saying, why the hell would I run around stealing cell phones at the damn Cricket store? You know me. You know my store. I do very well for myself. Why would I run around stealing phones out of a Cricket store? Stealing beef and broccoli at the damn Chinese store? He's looking at him like, I'm not. And And the crazy thing is, as he's being aggressive, but he was more or less being respectful. He said, I'm not going to call you brother. I'm going to call you sir. I'm going to call all of y'all sir. I have no hatred individually towards any one of y'all, but ain't none of y'all getting my ID because et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's breaking it down. And what he said was so profound that while I'm watching, I just took it in. He said, if I give y'all my ID, y'all are going to tie me to the crime. He said, no, it's not. We just gonna, he said, what's gonna happen is we just trying to see who you are because you're here. And the ping came back that it was a truck. And He said, well, he said, look, if the ping came back, it was a truck. Did it come back that it was a Tahoe, a green Tahoe sitting right here? He said, no, the ping was just bouncing off in this area that it was a truck. He said, well, y'all was over there staring at me for 30 minutes. If it was me, don't you think I would have pulled off or something like that or left? He's saying all this, right? Making, regular, just common sense. And of course, at the end of it all, he's just saying, he's like, look, if you're going to arrest me, I will get out happily, not put my hands behind my back. If you say you are under arrest. But if you ain't finna arrest me, you're not getting my ID. That's what the brother said, right? Now, of course, a lesson is when you with the Lord, you're not really concerned about being tied to no damn crimes. You understand? The brother, them cops come, you give me a damn ID, you understand? And get them damn devils out your damn face. You understand? Them devils out your face. I mean, nosy all the damn time staring at the crimes happen. I know we got a problem with doing that in the ghetto. Well, crime happen, you ain't got to be out the damn window peeking through the blinds. You understand? Now, the brother did all this, didn't give him his ID. But like I said, what the brother said was, if you're in the area and they come talk to you, they say they want your ID, you're going to be tied to the crime. If you're a black man in the area of a crime, you are tied to the crime. It does not matter that you ain't do nothing. It don't matter.
Salaki, yeah. A gas station by my house had got robbed. And the way my complex at, it's like across the street from the gas station. So it always get robbed. So whoever robbed it be cutting through my complex. So it's early morning. I'm out there with my slippers on. Just took the garbage out and everything, kicking it with my neighbor and stuff. He got his slippers on too. East Orange police rolled past one time. Then she came back around. She came back around the second time. And when they came back around the second time, they had the gas station attendant in the back of the car behind tents. And they asked me for my ID, like, yo, we need to see ID, proof that you live here. I gave it to him. Matter of fact, I didn't even give it to him because my stuff was in the house. I'm like, I'm not, I live here. Like, you see, I got slippers and pajamas on. Like, so long story short, they pulled up with the gas station clerk in the back seat of a bubble with tents, like, and like, well, just look that way. And if he confirmed it's not y'all, then we'll let y'all go. So what if he would have lied just because he was mad and said, yeah, that's them? I would have went to the county that day. Like, that's just crazy, bro. How they just betray us, man. Like,
because you in the area.
You in the area, right?
You in the area because you're in the area and you black. You are immediately a suspect of the crime. You're a suspect. They believe you had to have something to do with it. Look at you. You're a criminal. You're black. You have to be a criminal. One second. You're a criminal. You have to be a part of this because you're black. Things get robbed, and obviously you're the one that did it. You understand? Like, brother, this is not to mention, of course, they robbed the whole country. We're not going to mention about the corporate espionage they commit against one another. We're not going to mention, of course, that just means like these corporations rob, steal, and lie to each other. Have you seen Facebook out? They have so many antitrust lawsuits against them. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but you're the criminal. You're the criminal. It's you. You're the criminal. Brother, please. You understand? Where was we at? Who's in that story?
Deuteronomy.
No, I read Deuteronomy. I'm finished with Deuteronomy. Take me back to the story, right? And scroll down to the part where it says, even though 21 states. Should be under the little thing that says join the fight to get justice for Purvis Payne. That's the brother who's still alive. This brother, Purvis Payne, is alive right now fighting his case. He was due to be executed on December 2nd of last year. It was, what is it? What do you call it? Excommunicated? It was pushed back. I don't know the perfect term for it. It was pushed back because of COVID. So COVID just saved his life while it's killing white people. So COVID saved his life till April. Yes, till April before he gets executed. Not till April to prove he's innocent, because they are going to try to kill his brother. Barring a miracle from the Most High, they are going to kill this man. You understand that? I want you to truly understand that. The evidence we're about to read about how this brother couldn't have done this, or rather, let me say, the lack of evidence they have that he did do it, it should make it obvious that this should at least, he should be taken off of the death penalty at the very least. Like, he shouldn't have a timetable to prove that, well, I didn't do it, because they never had enough evidence to prove he did do it. You understand? I mean, even though you gotta be on point up.
I'm sir. Even though 21 states have now abolished the death penalty, those which continue to use capital punishment.
Actually, you know what you're gonna do? Give me unfortunately 2 paragraphs up.
Colin McCon, sir. Unfortunately, there have been several Troy Davises in the 9 years since his execution.
They gave him a needle, of course. Okay, like a damn dog. Yeah.
And the struggle for justice is far from over.
Right on.
Since 2011. Dozens of men sentenced to death have been exonerated. Most of them black men wrongly accused of murder, according to the data from the National Registry of Exonerations.
Reported.
In fact,
1 second.
sir.
Oh, my fault. I thought you was down there. Read on.
Sir. In fact, innocent black people are 7 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder than innocent white people. The National Registry of Exonerations reported it.
An innocent black man is 7 times, meaning you could say it, if you want to say an accident happens, right? So when you're dealing with law, it shouldn't be an accident, right? Because a law should be absolute. Like we've said all the time, the problem is America doesn't actually have a law. They have something that they would like you to do for right now. That's what they have. They have. And then when they feel like they don't want to do it no more, they make something called amendments. That's all. That's the only thing this is. All right. So they don't have laws. But when they suppose they have laws, you don't make accidents. But since they don't have laws, let's say they make accidents sometimes. They make accidents out. It just so happens their accidents happen 7 times more likely to black men than to white men or white people at all. It just so happens you're always on the receiving end of the accident. The accident always happens to you. And that's reported by the scientists that white people so highly tote. They love their science, right? You love it so damn much, and you like to say that y'all are not racist. Well, the science just said you're a racist. You understand? Now read on.
Come on, sir. These wrongful convictions are just the ones that have been discovered. But it's likely that many more people with claims of innocence are currently on death row. Like Purvis Payne, a black man living with an intellectual disability who has been on death row in Tennessee for 33 years.
He been arrested. This brother been in jail for more than half his life. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. For the murder of a white woman. A crime he consistently said he did not commit.
And here's the kicker too, not that we should be killing each other, but when is the last time somebody in the ghetto killed someone else in the ghetto and got the death sentence? You get the death sentence for killing white people. You understand? That's what you get death sentence for. How dare you touch the perfect pink white angel? How dare you? That's what you get the death sentence for. You kill your brother in cold blood over nothing. They just be like, you shouldn't have did that. We looking for you. We looking for. They stopped looking for you after like, it was a couple months. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you. How many serial murderers we have running around our own ghetto? They don't look for you, but when you kill a white person, there's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide. There's nowhere you can hide. You understand? Read on. Even though,
Calm, sir. We did even though 21 states have now abolished the death penalty, those which continue to use capital punishment do so in ways that are inextricably. Calm, sir.
Those which continue to use capital punishment do so in ways that are inextricable.
Calm.
Or inextricably. Wait, what is it? Inextricable or inextricable?
No, inextricably.
Right, inextricably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means like impossible, like something that's like impossible. You
Yeah.
understand? Like it's impossible to determine something. It's impossible to separate. Yeah. Meaning what they're about to say is not something you can debate. That's what they're saying. You can't debate what they're about to say. This is just what it is. Yeah.
Link to and exemplify the United States deeply rooted history of racism.
Meaning the same states that have the death penalty, the ones that still have it as a law in their state that can happen, are the same. Oh, did they get there yet? Are the same states that are tied to racism historically. Or they show that the United States is still deeply tied to racism. They use it in that way. They don't use it in a way where someone is deserving of the death penalty, so they get it. They use it in a way that they can't lynch you no more. So now we finna do is we just finna inject you because we can't lynch you no more. That's how they use it. All right, read on.
A new report from the Death Penalty Information Center, DPIC, shows that states with the highest incidences of lynchings of Black people between 1883 and 1940 are largely the same states that have executed the most Black people over the last 50 years.
The same state that was killing the most niggers between 1883 and 1940. All them little black and white pictures you see where you say, oh, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Those are the same states that are killing Black men right now with the death penalty. Disproportionately, inextricably, meaning you cannot debate it. And it is far more Black people for the same crime than white people. You understand that? Read on. Meaning, like I said, they just moved on from lynching and went to death penalty. You think you're not a slave. Work for minimum wage, and they can still lynch you. Good.
Last year, 52% of people on death row were Black, though they comprise just 13% of the overall U.S. population.
How are you 13% of the population, but you're over half of who gets executed? Over half. Are your crimes that much more violent? Is it that much more of us that are criminals than them? The statistics would tell you no. So what is the problem? Why are you the ones being killed? Because this was a law designed for you. The same way how the law still says you are 3/4 of a man, this law was made for you. The reason why they ain't take that out isn't because they forgot. They ain't forget to take 3/4 of a man out. Oh, damn, we did mean to take that out in the 1900s. No, that's there for a reason. That's there because at any given moment, somebody they really want to be persecuted, like these brothers, they don't give them the fairness of the law of the Constitution, because the law of the Constitution applies to every man. So if you're only 3/4 of a man and you come before my court, I don't have to honor this to you, because according to my law, you're 3/4 of a man. So I don't have to deal with you rightfully according to my law. Meaning they deal to you however the hell they want. 3/5? 3/5 of a man. Good.
Yeah, Comic-Con, sir.
I gave him too much leverage.
Yeah. Yeah, Comic-Con, sir. Like, yeah, if they give you the same, respect that they give an Edomite when they murder you, like they going against their own law. You 3/5 of a man. So wouldn't they be going against their own constitution?
That's why I just said they will not. That's why they won't do it.
Yeah.
That's why these brothers are still getting killed.
Yeah.
Despite, and we're gonna read it. Because your case, my fault. Your case can, 1 second now. Your case can go back to court. What you want to read? Your case will go back to court, and these people will tell you we can't help you. But I'm about to be murdered. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me on this date if you don't look at the evidence. Look at the new evidence I found. I'm innocent. And they're gonna say, look, brother, what is it? It's April. I'm gonna get killed in December. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Just let that go. We'll see you next time. See you in the next life. You got something to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was watching a Captain Cesariak video. He was battling the oppressor, and he was like, "Well, black people commit more crimes per capita." Like, what is that? I don't know. Like, what does he mean? Per
capita. So, like,
per capita. Yeah.
Meaning, if there's per capita is like there can be 1 million white people, right? Let's say there's 1 million white people, and there's 100,000 black people, right? And you'll say, let's keep it smaller. Let's keep it small just so y'all can understand. Let's say a city has 1,000 white people in it and 100 black people, and you say 20 black people commit crimes every year. 20 black people commit a crime. White people, say 25 white people commit a crime every year. You're gonna say, see, more white people commit a crime. When you do the numbers, it's 20% of black people that commit crimes versus that would be 2.5% of white people. That's the per capita, meaning it may be more of us committing crimes, but if there's 1 million of us and there's only 10 of you and 5 of y'all are committing crimes, that's 50% of y'all that commit crimes. You understand? If there's 5 of us that commit crimes, that's like ridiculously low. You understand? That's the per capita. The per capita means you got to take into consideration the total number of people.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there's this many white people, there's this many black people, this many Asian people. The percentages of y'all, forget the whole number. The percentages say, okay, 7% of Asians commit crimes, 5% of blacks commit crimes, 2% of whites commit. That's what that is. That's what that is right there. All right, that's what they do for per capita. That's how they bring up an argument with black people. Well, per capita, y'all commit more crimes, and all that. Good.
Yeah, come on, sir. Yeah, but yeah, that's how they say per capita, but it's still all garbage. Do that stop them that they commit the most crimes just because they're gonna say, okay, 100, you got 100 black men that do 20 shootings and they kill everybody up, but you got 500 white men that do damn near the same, but that do the same thing.
Well, hey, that's what I'm saying. You got to
like it don't change.
Look at the argument from their perspective. I get what you're saying. I'm only answering him and referring to what is a capita. And in reference to that, the percentages would be higher, meaning we would commit more crimes. Here's the problem, right? Let me tell you the problem. I don't give a damn about percentages because there's a difference between civil war and war. There's a difference. When you commit a crime against me as a white person committing a crime against a black person. That's right. That's war.
Yeah, it's war.
That's war. We're not American. We're not American. Damn all that. This is no. You're not American. You understand? Black on black crime, like people love to say. I don't even want to say that word. I didn't want to say that term just now because that shit is so ran in the ground. It's so ran in. But black people who do crimes against black people, that's a problem that we should fix. You're 100% right. We should fix that. Here's the problem: you have no room to talk about that. Not true brothers. They have no room to talk about that. You understand? You have no room because every time you commit a crime against us, and this shit, this is not even rocket science. It's war when they commit a crime against us because all the contrary evidence, you could say they didn't bomb it. You could say they did bomb it with 9/11. I'm not arguing who bombed it. What I'm saying is they blamed them. They blamed them, and they're still in their country right now. Biden just said he's considering reversing the order Trump did, bringing troops out of the Middle East and putting them back. This is 2 decades later. Literally, that was 2001, was it not?
Right.
This is 2021. They don't let nothing go. Nothing. You hit one building and kill 3,000 people. That means they get to murder millions of you. Millions of you. There's no limit to what they're going to do. There's no limit. There's no limit on what they're going to do. But they do something against you. It's forget about it. Turn the other cheek. We got to, forgive and forget. Be stronger as a nation. No, because see what happens is if the energy was the same on both sides, perhaps we could consider that. Perhaps if you said Emmett Till whistled at this white woman and you committed what you committed against him, and your child did the same thing to one of our women, and we did what we wanted to him, and nothing was done to us either until 80 years later we decided to get on CNN and say we lied like she did. And if nothing happened to either one of us, then okay. All right. Maybe you got a talking point, right? Maybe we could start talking now. Because maybe it's the same thing everywhere. Get the brother the mic. But if I can't do anything to you, if I can't even whistle at you, but I can show you evidence that I'm not a murderer and you can kill me for being a murderer, we can't talk about nothing. That's war. That's war. Ain't no goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say like they always try to say like slavery was in the past. Forget about it, man. Well, 9/11's in the past now.
Forget about it. Leave it alone. Like damn, leave it alone. What was their slogan back then? Remember, it was something like that. Like don't forget, never forget. Yeah, like get up.
Yeah, Common Khan said the Holocaust in the past too.
Yeah, like all all that before YouTube get the striking the channel down.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, brothers, it's a horrible thing what happened to them. That's very horrible. Right, World Trade Center, that's very horrible. Holocaust, very horrible. Here's the problem. How do you expect us to give a damn? How do you want black people to care? Deshaun Jackson comes out, or was it Nick Cannon? Both of them came out and said it. But one of them came out and said it, and then not only did he recant his story, he went and took pictures with a rabbi and went to the damn Jewish museum. And, how could you expect us to care like that so damn deeply when we show you evidence we did nothing to you? Evidence. Look, I'm not the murderer, judge. Look, and the judge will tell you, I cannot retry your case. No. Are you serious? We can't. There's nothing. We don't have that in common. Somebody do something to them, they can declare war. They do something to you, you don't even have a nation to declare war against them. We don't have a nation. There's nothing that we can talk about with them. Do you understand that? There's nothing similar between the cases at all, which is why this is so damn disgusting. This is disgusting because these reports will come out and George Floyd will happen. He said it. The brother said it. Like the brother, what is Troy Davis? He said there's so many before me and so many's going to be after me. So many before and after. Ever since Trayvon Martin, he wasn't the only one around that time, but ever since him, our deaths have been like sports on TV. Like sports, like you just find out the new score the next damn day. The new dams. How many cops killed today? 86. Wow. That's crazy. You come back the next day, 92. Wow. Like, it's disgusting. And you expect us to care. We can't possibly care about your own problems, not because we lack sympathy or empathy. We got problems of our own. Like you love to say, black on black crime. We got our own problems. We can't care. How you supposed to care about the Holocaust when you killing me right now? You understand? You killing me right now. Somebody can't bully you and then be like, well, I only bully you because of this. I don't give a damn. Why you putting your hands on me? There's nothing to do with me. What happened to you? You fix that. But you're my problem. You're causing me a problem. You understand that? And this devil is causing a problem for black people. We can't possibly care about anything he has going on. It's impossible.
Right.
It's about like there's not enough energy in the day, which is why I.S.U.P.K has stood firm on this ever since 69. We've stood firm on you cannot love white people and black people. You can't. You can't. And that's not even like it's less of a racist statement and more of a factual statement. It's impossible. How could you love the abuser and the abused? You can't do that. You can't because you'll never stop the abuser from hitting the abused. You understand that? You'll never stop that. The abuser will continue to abuse the abused because you can't love them both. You can't do it. So, of course, you got to love your own damn people. You understand? Like the Bible say, you got to love your own damn people. You got to. And maybe if we wasn't getting killed in court, the place where law supposed to prevail, of course, if we wasn't getting killed in court, perhaps we would be able to have a conversation about their happiness and our happiness. But we can't do that. Pick up where you left off at. Y'all gonna like this number right here. Give me since 1977. We gonna get some scriptures soon. Don't worry about it, Akim. 1977.
1977.
Since 1977. Y'all gotta stay on point, Akim. Come on. No, since 1977. It's in the story. You can read it. You can read it, young man. Yeah.
Since 1977.
Raise your voice just a little bit. The mic will pick you up good, but you got it.
Since 1977, when the executions resumed, just 21 white people accused of killing black people have been executed.
Meaning 21 white people, out of all the white people that was accused of killing black people, only 21 of them have been executed. Read on.
White people have been executed.
While.
Say it again.
You're reading the next part, right? While.
Oh, pardon me, Con, sir. Sorry. 21 white people accused of killing black people have been executed, while 295 black people accused.
How much?
295 black
21
people.
to 295. 21 to 295. Accused. Do you understand? Now, is it just that you commit crimes and you do it so much more than him against them? Because the numbers have came out, right? You don't commit more crimes against white people than they do against you. The numbers have been out. You understand that? The numbers have been out. You don't do that. That's not you. No matter what they try to put in your head that you are a savage and you don't deserve love. The ghetto was horrible. It deserves to be dirty. You deserve everything the government gives you out. No matter what they try to feed you out. That's not you. You understand? Right. That's not you. That's not you. Because see, when they accuse you of something, almost 300 of us get killed for it. You accuse a white person out, which it takes very strong evidence for that 21 to get killed. It takes very circumstantial evidence for you to get killed. I mean, this evidence could be real. It could not be real. It's very circumstantial. The circumstances, if he did, you know what circumstantial is, right? Imagine somebody arguing for your life saying, if he did this and if that, like, you can't argue my life saying if. You can't weigh whether or not you murder me on ifs, maybes, and buts. You cannot do that. Yet they do it. They do it. And they do it very efficiently. Since 1977, 295 black people accused of killing white people were executed. They kill us very efficiently. Very efficiently, they kill us. And this isn't something they plan on stopping soon. Give me Isaiah 42 and 22. Isaiah 42 and 22. Come on out, you stay with me.
Come on, sir.
Make sure y'all sitting up in them chairs.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 42 and 22.
Yes, sir. Look. All right. Call McCon. The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. Or I can have it. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
This is a people robbed and spoiled. Good.
They are all of them snared in holes.
They're what?
Snared in holes.
You was tricked into your situation. You was tricked. You're not a murderer. You understand? You ain't a murderer. You ain't a gangbanger. You ain't a gangster. That's not you. You was tricked into your situation. You was tricked. You was tricked, and they take full advantage of it because they tricked you into the situation simply to kill you. Simply to kill you. They know, like I always say, they say in the scriptures, give me Judith, hold this, give me Judith 5 and 19 in the Apocrypha. Like they say in the scriptures, they sin, we have full right to kill them because their God won't stop us. They made you a gangbanger. Let me tell you something. You may not have committed the murder, but they know you smoke cigarettes. You understand? You ain't murdered that white woman. A lot of these brothers ain't commit these crimes. But they did smoke a cigarette. They did do that. They smoke cigarettes. And because the devil knows that, the oppressor on the earth knows that, I'm not talking about a red man under the earth. The oppressor on this earth who owns Facebook and owns all of these damn companies, the oppressor on earth knows you smoke them cigarettes. So he knows if I could just get him near the crime scene, I can kill him.
Damn right.
Give me Judith 5 and 19.
Call him a con, sir.
And I believe that's where I need to be at.
The book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 19.
Actually, take me up a little bit. Give me 17.
Call him a con, sir. The book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 17. Or I can have it. And wisps they've sinned not before thy power. They prospered because Yahweh that hated iniquity was with them.
When they sin not before their God, they prospered. See, your oppressor knows your strengths and your weaknesses. He knows them very well. He knows that all it takes for him, if he sees you following the Most High, he sees you following your God and your laws, you're disconnected from America. He knows better than to even attempt anything. He knows better. They had an entire count. This is like what you're reading right now is an entire council of your enemies. Your enemies had a council about you, and they said, look, we want to kill him bad as hell. But if we go over there and try something, we not finna do, it's not going to work out how we want it to work out. It's not going to happen. So it's best to leave them alone and do what? Snare them in a hole. Put them in a hole. Trick them. Make them poor. Trick them. Flaunt our gods in front of them. Make them feel like they're not living enough if they don't celebrate Christmas. Trick them. Trick them. Just get in, trick them. And as soon as you see that damn tree go up, put the battering ram to the door. Because it's game time. It's game time now. Read on. Read on.
Call him a con, sir. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sure.
As soon as you left, God, you were destroyed in many battles, very sore. Very many battles. I just told you that was 295 black men. Many battles we lost. Back to back to back, and many battles we lost because your power lies in God. As much as you don't want it to be so, as much as you would like to just be like your oppressor and be able to do whatever the hell you feel like it, Your power lies in God. That's the strength you got. You can either utilize it or die by it. That's it. Read on.
And we're led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
Like the
Salaki.
But like we said earlier, with all these cops, the cities were taken by the enemies. Your city's taken by the enemies right now. Right now, you can't sit. I was sitting in the damn parking lot like a week ago, and the cops kept rolling past me, trying to look at I got tents on the car. They turned their little top light on, the light without the blue and the red, the little tight flashlight. Turned it on, tried to look at me, and I'm just looking at them. I'm minding my damn business. I'm in a parking lot in a parking lot of a store I just bought something from. Chilling, eating in my damn car out, and they are rolling by, turning their damn lights on, trying to peek and see why am I in the car in the parking lot? Why? Why would he do that? Why would he sit in a parking lot with a car? Why? It's like he believes he can park in a parking lot. Why would he do that? And they rolled by, and they rolled by, and they rolled by again, and I was two of them in the car, and I'm just looking at them like, are you serious? Are you serious? Good.
Salakia, sir. me and a couple of my friends, homies, I should say, whatever. But we was in Wendy's parking lot one day in East Orange, and we just ordered some food. Everybody got the full fours, and we outside the car. Summertime, we outside the car eating in the parking lot. Police, East Orange captains pull up like, yo, y'all can't do this, da da da. Like somebody in Wendy's called them, like, and it's busy too, so we just had to be somebody in Wendy's called them
out to stop flipping the damn burger, stop frying the fries. They stopped putting the nuggets in the damn fryer. They stopped making the shakes. Everything stopped because it was 4 young black men eating. That is a crime. Don't you know that? One second. Don't you know that is a crime? It is a crime for you to eat food near a restaurant. It's a crime for you to do that, It's a crime, and that's just like the brother they killed for sleeping in the damn Wendy's parking lot. It's a crime. Why would you be here? You're just not welcome here because the land ain't yours. That's why. You just ain't welcome here. Good.
Call him a con, sir. The brother put out there about how you was at Wendy's. So I'm guessing that was Central Ave, right? Wendy's in East Orange, right? All right. I watched 10 Edomites from West Cardwell out there in Wendy's parking lot, right? Panhandle. They standing out there. I'm walking in. They're like, "Hey, you got money, man? Like, can you give me $10? Can you give me some money?" I'm looking at them like, right? Hey, there's no police around. But a black sister in her 50s, 50 probably 6, like older woman.
Did she give him?
She's out there.
Did she give him money out?
Sir. Sir. She's out there panhandling, right? And she asked for money. East Orange police pull right up by her. Stop.
The buyer. I mudge him up.
The East Orange police, they pull up right by her, right?
Come.
And they and these are other so-called brothers, right? They hop out the car and they put her up against the wall, right? They harass
Was this
her.
in front? Was this at the same time that the Devils was out there?
The same time. This was a week later. After the Devils was out there, the Devils was out there doing what they did forever. There wasn't no East Orange police around. But now a week later, a sister that could barely walk, she out there, she asking for some money. They hop out the car and throw her against the wall, boom, forcefully, and ask her for her identification and do all of this.
Yeah, like I said, you're not welcome in the land. You're not welcome in the land. You understand? You can't be here. You understand that? You can't eat the Wendy's. You just went to Wendy's, bought some food. You can't eat there though. You can't do that. Go home. You know what I'm saying? Go home. You obviously can't do that. And they have no remorse for what they do because they truly believe like I said, you're not even in their constitution.
Mhm.
You don't even hold the right state. Like when they don't kill you, they think like I just gave you a pass. You understand? Like if they don't kill you on the spot, I give you a pass because you're not even protected by the law. They like to pretend you are. Out of 100 cop shootings, 10 will get arrested, 15, 4 or 5 will get convicted. To make you feel like the law is for you and the law works for you. You understand? They just want you to feel like the law works. You understand? They want you to feel like that, but in reality, brother, they give you passes when they don't kill you. That's what they're doing. That's why they look at you like that when they roll past you. That's why they question you. My God, they still use boy. Did you know that? They still talk to you the same way they talked to you when you was a slave. Their lingo is still boy. When I heard that, I heard it in person. It wasn't directed towards me. When I heard that in person, I said, wow, this is really the slave patrol. This is 100% the damn slave patrol. He said, he said, boy, what y'all doing out here? I said, huh? I'm just looking on the side. And why would you say that? Oh, you know where that comes from. You're a white man with a bald head. You're about 60 years old. You know what your daddy taught you. Why would you come over here speaking like that to a group of young teenage black men? And of course, they just scared for their life. So of course, they just give them the answer. We going there, we just doing that. And what gives you the authority to pull up on people and question them like that?
Mhm.
The authority is because you're not in their constitution. You're an alien in their land. They treat you the same way they treat your Mexican brothers. You understand? The same way they look at them and say, you ain't got no rights, so I can put you in detention centers. The reason they don't do that to you is because they need some slaves here. Somebody got to be here to work them damn jobs. Same one that called the cops on you. Somebody got to be there to flip the damn burger. You understand? Somebody got to be there. They just don't need all of you. They don't need all of us. So they'll keep the Mexicans over here and put them in detention center and all that. They'll kill these ones in jail. And then you out here, they'll make you feel like you got rights. To make you feel like you got rights to alienate you from the Troy Davises. You understand? Alienate you from your brothers that's in the detention center. You don't even know about the brothers in the reservation camps. It's just to alienate you and make you feel like you got rights. You're not even in their constitution. Do you understand that? Please understand that before, like when I gave that story earlier about the brother who talking about somebody gonna give you my ID, before you go through all that with a cop, please realize something. If they ever wanted to, they could simply say, maybe they don't know this off the top of their head, but the judge could simply say, you're not even in the Constitution. You understand that? So before you go into a back and forth with a cop and all that extraness, just do what he needs you to get done and get the hell away from him. You understand? Get away from him. But if I want to pull a scripture on that, but you go ahead, you got something to say? Is it on topic?
Call him a con, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, is that is a precept for this in the book of Micah? Come out of here. This is not your place of rest.
You can pull it, but that's you can pull it. You can pull it. You can pull it out. Go to Micah.
All right. All right, the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Yeah, Micah 2 and 10. So I think it is. Oh, yeah.
You got it or
Yeah,
not?
calm, sir. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you.
Yeah, like this country shall destroy you. Like, that's why your uncles can't become cops and change the system. That's why they can't do that. You can't go inside the system and change it, and all of a sudden, you're that one black man that's going to make the nation of the United States of America. You're going to make the continent of America recognize black people. You're going to make the earth recognize that black people don't. Why are you killing us? Why? You when you're crying and you're whimpering on the damn police force is going to solve all of our issues, because obviously that's what we need to do. More of us need to go work for the law that we're not even in. That's what we need to do. Everybody need to just go become police officers. The hazing that goes on in the police in the police academy inside that damn force is like a fraternity. It's like a fraternity. I don't want to get into that's a whole separate class. What they do to black people who want to become cops. You understand? How they break you is the same way they broke the buck in slavery.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way how they raped you in front of your woman to demean you and to make sure that you never, ever had the audacity to buck up again. Never. You would never say anything. How could you? Look what he did to you. Look what he did you in front of you. You would never say nothing. It's the same thing when you want to become a police officer. It's the same thing. You understand? Drop that. Give me Matthews. Give me you give me Isaiah already? You give me one of them. Give me Isaiah 53 and 8.
I'm calm, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 8. Oh, I can have it.
Now, this whole chapter right here, you want to wait to read it too until they all confirm they got it to up.
Calm.
Isaiah 53 is talking about Christ, but what I'm about to bring out applies to all of us. 53 and 8. 53 and 8. Since they all got it, go ahead and read it up. All right, get it up.
Oh, I can have it. I'm calm, sir. He was taken from prison and from judgment and shall declare his generation.
And who? Read it again.
Call him Khan, sir. And who shall declare his generation?
This is talking about Christ, obviously. When you read this whole thing, it's talking about Christ and how he was hated and mocked and should have been revered and looked at greatly, but he wasn't. You understand? We treated him horribly. And this is he was taken from prison and from judgment. This applies to you as well. They didn't say you're gonna get life in prison. They didn't say you're gonna give you a simple punishment. They just murder you. You don't get a crime, like you don't get what they say in America. Make sure the punishment fit the crime. They don't make sure the punishment fit the crime, Mark. The punishment for you is make sure the punishment fits a black person. Make sure it fits him. He's black. Like your punishment is different. You understand? Like, how dare you believe you have the same rights as us? You don't have the same rights as us. You're black. So make sure the punishment fits a black man. That's the real motto. You understand? It says he was taken from prison and judgment. Meaning you couldn't just sit in prison. It's like, damn, that would have been bad too, but you got to kill me for something I didn't do. You can't just give me the 5 years. No, you got to exaggerate it on top of lies, on top of circumstantial evidence and say, no, this brother need to go to jail. He need to go to jail and be tried on death row. He need to go to death row. Give him the death sentence. Who shall declare his generation? Like, what's he going to tell his kids? How's he going to create kids? It's garbage. All of it is garbage. They have no reason to do anything to you. They hardly ever do. And of course, they don't care. They don't care because you're black. To them, you are a black man. You have when they killed Eric Garner, they said, like the story was continuous, but he sold DVDs, but he sold cigarettes. We had to murder him. Don't you see the damn Newport in his hand? He had to die. As if they're the author of righteousness. As if they walk around perfect. They walk around righteous. So they're going to just kill him because he has the Newport. How much they kept saying that on the news pissed me off greatly. Newport, DVDs, but he's so... it wasn't even like they were reaching for the stars and the moon. They were reaching for something, anything to make the public understand you can't kill him. I mean, not kill him. You can't persecute those officers. You cannot do that. The damn the police precinct that killed him, that the officers belong to, they the ones that started wearing I Can't Breathe shirts. Now you wearing it on your damn face mask for coronavirus, and you wearing it on your shirt and all that. They did that. They started that. They put it on and was laughing and smiling and drunk. I forget when they killed that brother, but it was one of these American holidays that was close because they was partying for some American holiday and they was toasting to it, toasting to I Can't Breathe with the shirts on and beer in the air and happiness. Good.
Yeah, it's 4th of July. If I'm not mistaken,
I believe so because it was outside with short sleeve shirts on. I believe it was firecrackers in there and all that. And the whole time it's just, but he sold cigarettes, but he sold DVDs. So because I was trying to get X-Men bootleg, he gotta die. He gotta die for that. He gotta die for selling Newports. When you sold, you understand that? You put the Newports in the ghetto because they're not being sold by the Arab stores that you certified. He must die. You understand that? He has to die because you're not Arab selling them. You understand that? That's why they all agree against you. They all agree. There's no differences in how much they hate you. The white man just has the better chance to show it because he rules the earth. You understand? He has the better chance to show it because he rules over the other ones that hate you as well. But they hate you the same, and they have councils together about how to destroy you. Yeah, Abibi, I'm gonna sell you these Newports. All right, cool. And then here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. He sells them to the East Indian man or the Arab man. He sells them to you. He sells them to you, and he'll sell them to you on a discount, knowing you're gonna do that. I think I'm lying. I'm from the ghetto. He will sell them to you on discount, knowing you're gonna do that because you call him Aki and you think he's your brother. He will do that, and then you'll get murdered in front of his store. And the only thing he can do is stand there on Fox News when a reporter asked him, "How do you feel?" and say, "Well, it's crazy. It's crazy."
Black people still gonna support their store.
And we still going there. When they killed, what's their brother was going to college? Mike Brown. He's going to college, right? I believe that was the one going to college in Ferguson or St. Louis. Ferguson. You understand? No, he was going to college. He graduated high school, was going to college. That didn't matter. They said that he was underage, right? Underage and bought a Swisher roll or something like that. Bought a Swisher. Or some crap like that.
They say he took it because the Arab dude threw it on the floor, and then after he threw it on the floor, he picked it up and he just took one. Like, man, you just basically it was petty theft, but they tried to say he robbed the store.
Yeah, they tried to say he robbed the store and all that. Any excuse is good enough for them. But didn't you see he took something that was $1? We had to murder him because he took something worth $1. When I just told y'all, Facebook got and stole so much. And stole so we're not gonna get into everything else that everyone else in this damn country stole. They hinged. I see when it benefits them, they mention it. Because see, when Donald Trump didn't supposedly only pay $700 something in taxes, they lost their goddamn mind. They lost their mind, showed a tax return, and they was telling Obama show his birth certificate the whole time. With Trump, it was show your tax return. Show your tax return. Show your tax return. This is ridiculous. Show your tax return because you only paid $726. And according to them, he should have paid millions. So he stole at least millions from the government. You stole a Swisher. You stole a damn Swisher. You know why they could kill you for the Swisher though? Because you shouldn't have been buying the Swisher. That's their justification. You understand? To them, the justification is, well, look, he shouldn't be smoking anyway. After they sell it to you, they're gonna go and say, well, it is a Swisher. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, I had two things to say, but the first one was, I think the guy name was Sterling. He was selling cigarettes too.
Oh no, Sterling. I know you're talking
about. But he had like a firearm on, like I think it was a lawful firearm, but he was selling cigarettes just like Eric Garner outside the store. And the Edomites, well, Esau, whatever, they put him to death, put a hole in his chest, like while he was on the floor. He's like, oh, he has a gun, his hands behind his back, popped him right in his chest because he was selling cigarettes with a legal firearm on him.
Because it's just like, it's not enough. It's not enough that they choke you on the ground. It's not enough. Like, you know how horrifying it is to hear a grown man call for his mother. That is horrifying. It's horrifying. He on the ground talking about some mommy. I almost cried for the brother. Very seriously. When he played that damn tape, and General Hyman brought that out, and I was in New York, I damn near cried in the class. It was painful. It's painful to hear a grown man call mommy while 5 grown men choke him on the ground for no reason. For minutes, sock. Not a death like that. Minutes, sock. Killing him. Murdering him. They didn't just murder him. They were murdering him. They took time to do it. They took time to murder him. You understand? That is traumatizing. That's traumatizing. Good.
Sir. Wasn't and it was an Arab that called the police on him.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying earlier about war. That's what I mean about war. When we have our own problems, brother. And it's one thing because we die for our sins, and we all know that. But tonight I'm letting you know that there's a difference between war and civil war. There's a great big difference. When you do something and the Lord put you to death for it, it's understandable. Whether he used your enemies or not, you shouldn't have been doing that. But the fact that we allow them in our neighborhoods is a problem. You got to come back to the Lord. Like, you have to. If you don't, I can't stop this. Nobody in I.S.U.P.K can single-handedly stop this if we don't come back to the Lord. It don't work like that. It don't work. You don't come back to the truth. You die at the hands of your oppressors. We can't stop this. As much as I can report it to you, I can tell you how to stop it. But if you go do it, you're just going to be another story that I'm reading about. And we will literally feel your pain, but we can't reverse it. You have something to say,
Sir. I wanted to know the scripture that proves that when it said if their Lord is not with them, if their Lord is with them, then don't touch them. But if their Lord is not with them, then we can.
It's Judith 5:17.
We just did that one?
Yeah, that's that one.
Okay, sir. Salaki, my bad.
Judith 5:17.
Call him a sir. We got something else. Because we talk about them, brother. We talk about them, the Arabs, the Edomites. We talk about them all. So, we could also go to Psalms, 83:3. This is something that, was taught to me by, also Cabal and everybody in the school under Commander General YAHANNA. The book of Psalms 83:3.
Don't read it, but it's good for the brother to have it. Yeah. That's what I was paraphrasing earlier. I didn't feel like pulling it.
Yeah. Psalms
83 is when the heathens are having a council about us, meaning the heathens are determining. We say it at the end of some classes and on holy days and feast days. They sit there and they think and they wonder, how can we kill them? And one of the ways that was determined was, well, obviously, get them addicted to cigarettes. And then knowing that we're hustlers, naturally, they're going to sell cigarettes. And then once they sell cigarettes and they smoke cigarettes, we can kill them for cigarettes. It's not rocket science. You understand? You think everything, they think the earth is so damn complicated. The earth is very, very simple when you stop being biased towards one side. If white people wasn't so damn evil, we wouldn't be reporting on them. You understand that? That's the difference. They think racism is you just don't like me because you don't like me. You commit crimes. As a white person, you have to know that your people commit crimes. And if somebody doesn't like you, it's for a legitimate reason. Us, on the other hand, you stole us and brought us over here, and now want to complain because we over here. That does not work like that. It don't work like that. Nor do we do things to you. nor do we do anything to you. We don't have the power to do anything to you. You have all the power. You told the earth shut down for COVID-19, and they did it. You can't do that. We've been saying stop killing us. You'll still kill us. We don't have the power you have. How could you possibly complain and have problems with us and be racist towards us? Like I said, these men will find any reason to kill you. Your only protection is God. You can live by him or die by him. That's it. You can live by him or you can die by him. You read that second Isaiah scripture, right?
Concept.
Give me Exodus 5:1. I wanted to bring Herod out too. It's the exact same thing they did when Christ was being born.
The book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1.
It's gonna be the last thing we're reading. I'm gonna take the whole chapter. I might skip around a little bit, but I'm gonna take the whole chapter. Okay.
And afterwards, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus said the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
This is what we're saying right now. Just let us go, man. Just leave us alone. This is the I.S.U.P.K is saying. Now, of course, you got Black Lives Matter. And this little sidebar. Hey, this shouldn't even be a debate no more about their agenda. But they just posted, they funded and posted. I mean, this was them doing it, and they put it on the Instagram page of some woman in some American flag booty shorts twerking on the DC grounds in front of the Capitol. Almost some twerk for Black Lives Matter. I mean, at this point, is it any confusion on what they stand for? The website says mother, child, parent. They think fighting for your justice is twerking in front of the Capitol. They march and nothing happens, and they know nothing will happen, but they get paid for it. The leaders are lesbians. It's funded by a white man who funds a plethora of horrible things known as George Soros. Listen, one of the richest men on earth funds something that's supposed to be pro you, black people. It's not for you. Right. It ain't for you out. George Soros giving them money out. You know there's something wrong with that. Yeah. No, actually, I need him to read. Like I need him to read. I need to buy a read.
Oh yeah,
Verse 2. And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
You understand? Good.
I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go.
And that's what they saying to us right now. We warning white people out. Every time the cops come to us on camp and they try to take us to court, I'm like, look, we only say what God say. And they want to do their worst, but they know. They know the history, they know the past, they know the Bible's real. That's why they swear on it in court still. Still. All the nonsense, every law that keep getting passed in this country that's against the Bible, but when it comes down to it, they know better than to trespass against the people who actually follow the Bible. Read on. So he's saying, look, who is the Lord that I should let you go? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they said, the God of the Hebrews have met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto the Lord our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with the sword.
We have to serve our God, or else he's going to kill us. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the king of Egypt said unto them, wherefore do ye, Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works get you under your burdens?
Commander Johanna's doing this right now. I need to stop enslaving black people. Who are you that we should listen to? Who are you to tell me to stop, to release them from their burdens? You go to your burden. Ain't you supposed to be doing something right now? Go to your burden. That's what he's saying right now. That's what they say. Commander Johanna been saying you should not have black people as slaves. It's going to be your downfall. Who are you to tell me to let black people go? Who are you to do that? Don't you have something you should be doing as well? Go back to your job. Go back. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. They got a history lesson coming because Zika, Ebola, Corona, mass shootings, stampeding the capital. All of this is just, it's wonderful. It's just like it's biblical. Get up.
Verse 4. Salakia.
5.
Verse 5. And Pharaoh said, behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. Verse 6. And Pharaoh commended the same day the taskmasters of the people.
I'm gonna skip this part because you already know how this go.
Come on.
They're going to increase the burden, increase your burden. I'm gonna say, he's gonna say something very profound. Let me try to get you to read that first before I skip it. 1 second. He's gonna let me get this to skip it. Let me see. He's gonna say it down further. Give me 1 second. Let me see. All right, there you go. No sweat. Well, he's gonna say it right now. He's gonna increase the workload. Increase the workload while providing them, meaning putting them at a disadvantage. Meaning not only now do you got to get up and go to your 9 to 5, you better get up and go to your 9 to 5, and you better do it with no money to get your own car, no money to hop on the train, so you better find a way. No money to do this, you better find a way to do this, and you better still get there at 9, and you better stay till 5. No babysitter, right? Family's not even connected no more. We ain't even got family to watch kids no damn more in the neighborhood. Oh, I made it hard on you? Too bad. You better get there at 9 o'clock and you better stay till 5. Well, hold your peace up. Hold your peace. Yeah, nobody.
Come.
Go to 15.
Verse 15.
After making it so damn hard, this is what's gonna get said. Go
ahead. Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servant?
Damn, he's like, look, don't we? What's the matter? Why are you doing this to us? Don't we celebrate Christmas? Don't we do Halloween? Don't we come to the damn parties you throw? Don't we sacrifice our blackness to get along with you? Don't we do that all the damn time? What is the issue? Good.
16. There is no straw given unto thy servant. And they said to us, make bricks. And behold, thy servant are beaten.
I'm telling you to do a job without giving you the tools necessary to do a job. That's slavery. That is slavery. Build a house. No sweat. You gonna give me the wood? I'm not giving you no wood. How you send me to build the house? You better figure it out. Read on.
But the fault is in thy own people.
The fault is in your people. He said, hey, this is your fault. This is your fault. How you want to not give me the wood I need and expect me to build a house and then beat me for it? You understand? This is your fault. You don't get to work on time. Well, I can't get to work on time because you did this to black people. You did this to black people. This is generational. You caused my people so many damn problems. It's impossible for me to show up on time. It's impossible for me to stay till 5 every goddamn day. Read on.
Verse 18. Salakia. 17. But he said,
this right here, this is what killed me. Go ahead.
Ye are idle. Ye are idle.
He said, you just ain't, you talking too much. You ain't got enough work to do. I say stuff like this to my red bot. You understand? You talking like, don't you got something you could be doing right now? You talking all this, like, you could be doing dishes, you could be cleaning this, sweeping this, mopping this. You just want to talk my damn head off. And that's what Pharaoh was saying. Pharaoh was saying, stop. Go make a brick or something. Go make a brick. You understand? Go make a brick. Go do something. Stop. Nobody want to hear all that. Read on.
God. Therefore, ye said, let us go and do sacrifices to the Lord.
He said the only reason you even want to serve the Lord is because you ain't working enough. Like, obviously, if you just worked more, you wouldn't even want to serve the Lord. Read on.
God. 18. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the table of
He
breaks.
said you only want to serve God because you're not working enough. So just do me a favor, right? Instead of serving God, go work. Go work. Rather, we all too familiar with that. Telling us, like, hey, boss man, can't work Saturdays. Can't work Saturdays, boss man. Can't do it. What you gotta do Saturday? That's my Sabbath. I can't. That's only your Sabbath because you don't work enough. If you really worked hard, you wouldn't care about working a Saturday. They're gonna tell you lazy. What they gonna do? You lazy. You just one of them niggas that want to go out and party, don't you? Now here's the irony. If you told him you want to go out and be a damn heathen and party, he would let you. That's the irony of it. He'd let you. Say, oh man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was with these hoes and I was drunk Friday night. That's why I couldn't come. He gonna laugh with you. He gonna laugh with you. As soon as you tell him, why you ain't coming Saturday? I told you I can't come in Saturday. My holy day, man. I got Sabbath and all. That's the day I dedicated my belief. I come in Monday through Friday. I told you I can't work Saturday. Here's a problem with that. But if you were some sluts and you get pissy drunk and you black out in the middle of the street and you tell him about it, y'all gonna laugh about it. Y'all gonna laugh about it. You understand? Because you just don't work enough. That's why you don't like Saturdays. That's why. You want to go serve God because he ain't make you work hard enough. Obviously, you got too much damn energy if you're thinking about God. And that's America. That's America. Tell somebody, like, you can't even disagree no more. You understand that? You can't disagree with somebody in this damn country no more. You have a problem if you do that. If you disagree and say, look, my belief system, the white owner of Chick-fil-A is a diehard Christian, which is why he closed on Sundays. He said, I can't, especially this last year, I think 2020 or 2019, one of them, where they really rolled out Pride Month and all the companies' logos went rainbow. Uber, Lyft, Facebook, Pepsi, rainbow for the month. June, if y'all didn't know, it's ridiculous. It used to be Pride Day. Now it's a whole damn month. Chick-fil-A said, look, I don't believe in that. They railed him until he said, well, look, y'all can do what y'all want, but I just can't. First, he was against it. He said, I don't believe in it. They just got on him so damn much, it made him come back out and go, okay. Y'all can do what y'all want. But me and my belief, I just don't believe in that. You can't have a difference in opinion no more. You can't have that. You can't do that. That's impossible. If you don't agree with the wrong way, then you're wrong. That's what we live in right now. If you don't agree with whatever they say is right, you got to censor him. You got to throw him in the jail, man. You got to mute him. You got to mess with their YouTube page. You got to take that down. They talking crazy. We agreed with that in 2000. 1990, we agreed with that. We don't agree with that no more. Take him down. You understand? Yeah, idol. Get back to work. You understand? Give me a 20. Here's the kicker right here.
And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way as they came forth from Pharaoh.
This is us. Us, Israelite, our citizens. The majority of us went to go meet Moses and Aaron after they talked to Pharaoh. And because they talked to Pharaoh, Pharaoh made our work harder. You understand? Made our work harder. Meaning, as a black person, before I even read this, as a black person, fighting for black people ain't easy. It's not going to be easy. Don't expect somebody to show greater hatred for you once you show you love yourself finally. Show you love your people, they will show you how much they hate you to try to divide you more. Since I.S.U.P.K been here in 1969, they have ramped up the hatred against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They've ramped it up. They not only did they say Mexicans, they got Mexico. You're not the same people. You're Mexico. They want a border. Trump wanted a whole damn wall there, a whole wall. They don't even talk about the Native Indians reservations. They think that's not a conversation. You're obviously not the same people. Every article they put out about them, they try to convince you they're Mongoloids, meaning descendants of Asians. You're not the same people. No. The stronger you push that you love you and your people, the more they're going to tell you y'all are not the same people. Stop doing this. Y'all obviously you got too much time on your hands. You're working 40-hour work week, but obviously you need a 50-hour work week because you got too much time on your hands because you're doing some research and it's leading you to all the places we don't need you to go. You're reading the Bible. Why you got time to read the Bible? Why are you doing that? That's 1980s and stuff. Why read the Bible out? Why read the Bible? Here's what I'm doing. We're gonna make you work 60 hours. We're gonna do. 60-hour work week, and you ain't gonna have no time to read the Bible. Read on. Read.
21. And they said unto them, the look upon you and judge, because ye have made our Savior to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh.
Oh my! And sidebar, right? This is a perfect precept for Deuteronomy 23:7, where it says, "Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. Thou shalt not physically harm an Edomite. You have made our Savior to be abhorred because they physically harmed us. They physically increased our work. Physically harmed us. They didn't just say, we like y'all less now. That's not abhorring. You understand? That's not abhorring. Physically. You can't physically hurt white people. You understand? Can't do that. This is a precept for that. Anyway, back to the topic. Like I said, we pressed Aaron and Moses like, oh, look at you trying to stand up for black people. You done got us working harder, man. And this is the Christian. This is a Christian. Imagine your grandmother. This is it right here. The Lord have mercy on your soul for what you just did. That's what we just said. That's what we just said. Get thee behind me, Satan, because look what you just did to us. That's what we saying to Aaron and Moses right now. All the way to the point where later on Moses goes to the Most High like, man, why are you doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this? Because they hating me. They hating me. It's not working. We just getting, we getting bulldozed over here. So much so that he even approached the Lord like that, which he shouldn't have. But he even approached the Lord like that, like, man, they hate me because of this. This was Christians. We were all Christians. Most of us as Christians at this time talking about the Lord look upon you. The Lord look upon you for trying to stand up for black people. How dare you do that? That's most of the response you're gonna get. And get me back to the story. I'm gonna try to get back to the important part. I think it's one more small part. Okay, I can't find. I had two stories up. For some reason, I don't know why it's not here. Is he here? Let me see. Give me 1 second. What's his name again? No, Purpose Pain. Purpose Pain. He's not up here. Purpose Pain. I can't remember. Okay, either Purpose Pain or Troy Davis, one of the brothers.
You're right. Purpose Pain. You left off at 295 black people.
Okay, let me see. You understand the history of the modern death penalty, the right to Senate. It's a lot more statistics in here, but it is 9:00. Y'all can read this in your own time. It is a lot more. I verbally told y'all, but y'all can read it as well.
Sir, you got the link to the other
the page with all the people.
Yeah,
I can send that to you. This is indiscriminatory, meaning this has white people and black people on it, but you can go through them. It has the pictures in the cases as you keep scrolling down. There's a Hispanic brother on here, Carlos De Luna, all that. I'm trying to see. What's I trying to see? 1 second. Me 2 seconds. I believe it's Payne, because he's the brother that's still alive. Yes, he's the one that's still alive. Okay, somebody reads according to the report, and then we're going to get off of it. The buyer, you read it. Somebody read according to the report. Come on.
According to the report,
You need that microphone up.
Lucky, sir. According to the report, both
Implicit
implicit bias avert
and overt bias, meaning it's obviously towards one side, and overt meaning out in the open. They're not trying to hide nothing. Good.
racism influence the use of the death penalty in the U.S. with judges, jurors, experts, defense attorneys, and prosecutors at times
Exhibiting
explicitly
Mhm.
racially biased behavior.
Mhm.
Such bias was seen in Payne's trial,
Mhm.
during which the prosecutor repeatedly referred to the white skin of the victim.
Man, he kept going. He made sure every time he brought up how bad she was killed and how white. This is very literal. How white skin was harmed. Look at the dirt on her white skin. Look at the cut here on her white skin. Like, we get it. We get it. But he had to make sure the juror got it. And it's like a form of mind control. It's like trying to implant something in their mind. Like, remember, this is a white lady. Remember, this is a white lady. Remember, this is a white lady. It's not judge the case. It's not judge the case. It's remember, this is a white lady. White skin, white skin, white skin. Read on.
Sir. A white woman named
Charisse
Christopher,
Mhm.
while using racial stereotypes to portray Payne,
Mhm.
a black man,
Mhm.
as a hypersexual
Mhm.
and violent drug user,
Mhm.
even though no evidence supported this
Characterization.
characterization.
Meaning they're talking about some, and he probably this is what happens. That's why I said you can't hang a man's life on ifs, buts, probablys, and maybes. He probably drapes women in the ghetto. He probably does that. He probably, with the way he looks right now, he probably does cocaine in the jail cell. And they allowed that to go on in court. And it is a reason why he's on death row right now. Because they allowed ifs, buts, maybes, and probablys to put this man on death row. Now, what they don't have in this story, and I don't have the other story, I don't know why, because it was definitely up on my computer. They don't have DNA test. So the only reason they have him is because he ran in there. I'm gonna give you the story. You can look it up yourself. He ran in there trying to help the white people who were already killed.
Sure.
He lived somewhere, was going to see his girlfriend, ran in there. Some a white couple or a white lady was laying there, dying or dead. He has a disability. So he picked the knife up and cut himself. So he has blood on the knife. However, he doesn't have any fingerprints on the handle. And he has a disability. He said he saw the man running out. He keeps telling them, there's another man, there's another man, there's another man. They said, no other man. Now they found the other DNA. And they're not trying it. Here's the kicker. They're not trying it in court. They say it's not enough for the FBI to determine who it is. But you don't have to determine who it is to determine that there was somebody else, though. You determine it's not his. So how could you possibly, because it doesn't matter. It don't matter. They want him to go down for it. He has a mental disability. In the state he's in, mental disability don't matter in this type of case. So the fact that he can't properly like tell a story and stuff like that doesn't matter to him. None of that matters. The fact is, but there's blood here, but there's nothing he didn't touch. Now let's say he's gonna wipe down the handle. He wouldn't wipe down the knife. He wouldn't take the knife knowing that blood can be black lighted. No, they don't understand that. See, for that, they'll say he has a mental disability. He probably forgot. He forgot to do the knife. The whole story, that's a circumstantial evidence, is the cut that he picked up the blade, tried to help this dying white lady. He's too damn compassionate. That's his crime.
Mm-hmm.
He's too damn compassionate. He heard them screams and them yells and somebody running out he should have just been like, damn, that's crazy. And went down the hall to go see his girlfriend. That's what he should have did, but he didn't. He had too much compassion, tried to do something, and now he was going to be dead in December. They extended it to April, and here's the kicker: I didn't mention this one. They refuse. They still have this evidence. Wait, let me see. Which evidence? Oh, they see this one. I need that other story. They have evidence, right? Coincidentally, that they lost twice. Lost it, found it, lost it. They could have exonerated him. Lost it. Oh, we found it. Lost it. Damn, we lost it. It's just quite the coincidence, ain't it? Quite the coincidence.
It's like the real person will turn yourself in. It's over. Like,
And there's a case on that thing on the list I'm gonna send you where somebody tried to take credit for the crime, and they said no, we're gonna kill him. Wow. He kept telling them for years. Death row don't happen immediately. It's one of these. Death row. You like the average time on here was like 10 years, 15 years before they get killed. He's telling them the whole time, I did it. Like and the other dude was telling him before he ever come in, he's like, it wasn't somebody else did it. He's telling him like what he's seen, no, we want to kill him for it. And he's confessing like I did it. They killed him for it. And this man right here, last thing I'm gonna say, I think this might be the evidence or this might not that I was just talking about. But she fought. There was skin under her nails. They refused to DNA test the skin. The goal is to kill him. The goal isn't to find out who killed her. She's dead. The goal is to kill him now. You understand that? Yeah, so that being said, gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Any other questions, comments, you just bring it on Wednesday. We're gonna wrap this up. Man, if Israelite Majim. Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh, hands at ease, dismissed. Oh, shit.